Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial for the crochet crop sweater top. For this project you would need yarn. This is 100 grams, which is approximately 300 meters, and the recommended hook is a 4mm hook. For a size medium on the crochet crop sweater top, I would need 3 skeins. The hook I'm using is a 4mm hook. I need 4 stitch markers of one color and another 3 of a different color, a measuring tape, a tapestry needle, and a pair of scissors. Let us begin with a slip knot. I need a foundation chain of 114 chains. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue to 114 chains. I will meet you then. I've completed 114 chains. I now need to join the chain that's attached to the hook to the first chain. To do this, ensure that your chain is not twisted. Join the first and last stitch using a slip stitch. Round 1, chain 2, 1, 2. I will now work half double crochets all the way around. To work a half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop, and go through all 3 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop, and go through all 3 loops. I've completed half double crochets all the way around 1, and I have 2 half double crochets to go. So that's 1 and 2. Slip stitch into the first, chain 2. Round 2, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Chain 3 counts as 1 half double crochet and chain 1. So the pattern is skip 1, half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. Continue with chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet to the end of the round. To complete round 2, chain 1, skip 1, and slip stitch into the first chain. Round 3, chain 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. Chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Round 3 is an increase round. I need to increase by 21 stitches. So after every 5 double crochets, I'll work an increase. So that's 1 double crochet into the chain 1 of the previous round, and that's another into the half double crochet of the previous round. That's 3, 4, 5, and I'll work my increase into the same stitch. Continue working increases to complete the round. I've completed my increases and my last double crochet for round 3. I will now slip stitch into my chain 3 to join. Round 1 of the lace pattern, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So the pattern is as follows: 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's 3 double crochets into 1 stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's 2 double crochets into 2 stitches. 1, 2. Then it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's 3 double crochets into 1 stitch. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochets into 2 stitches. 1, 2. Repeat the sequence to the end of the round. To end round 1 of the lace pattern, it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, and slip stitch into the chain 3 of at the start. Round 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Work a double crochet into the previous round's double crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the first loop. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the next loop. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, work 2 double crochets into the previous round's 2 double crochets. 1, 2. So that's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the loop. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the next loop. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, work 2 double crochets into the previous round's 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Continue with the sequence to end the round. To end round 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into the chain 3. Round 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Double crochet into the first double crochet of the previous round. Chain 1, skip the first loop into the second loop, work 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the third loop and work 2 double crochets into the previous round's 2 double crochets. 1, 2. So the sequence is chain 1, skip the first loop, work 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the second loop. That's 1 double crochet, 2, chain 2, 1 double crochet, and another double crochet. Chain 1 and double crochet into the 2 double crochets of the previous round. Complete the sequence to the end of the round. So to end round 3, I've worked 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the middle loop. I'll skip my last loop and chain 1 and slip stitch into my chain 3. Round 4, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Work a double crochet into the first double crochet of the previous round. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and work 3 double crochets into the chain 2 of the previous round. So that's 1, 2, 3. Again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and work 2 double crochets into the previous round's 2 double crochets. Again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, work 3 double crochets into the chain 2 of the previous round. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work 2 double crochets into the 2 double crochets of the previous round. So that's 1, 2. Continue the sequence to the end of the round. I've completed round 4 with a chain 3 and slip stitching into the chain 3 at the start. Round 5 is chain 3 and double crochet all the way around. So you would work a double crochet into every double crochet of the previous round and 3 double crochets into each loop. Double crochet into every double crochet and 3 double crochets into the loop. Round 6, I chained 4. Chain 4 counts as 1 double crochet and chain 1. The pattern for round 6 is skip 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 double crochet. Continue with the sequence all the way around for round 6. Round 7, I've chained 3 and worked double crochets all the way around. So in every double crochet of the previous round, I've worked a double crochet, and into every chain 1 of the previous round, I've worked a double crochet. In this round, make sure that your stitch numbers are 186. If they are less than 186, increase evenly in the round. Moving on to the yoke, this is where we create a separation between the body and the sleeves. To do this, you would need 4 stitch markers of the same color. I've counted 29 stitches and placed a stitch marker into the 29th stitch. Thereafter, in the 65th stitch, in the 125th stitch, and in the 161st stitch. That gives me half the body, the sleeves, the front body, and sleeves again, and half the back body. I'd like to work this little block all the way down the top. So to do that, I need to find the center of the front body. The front body is from stitch marker 2 to stitch marker 3. Once I've found the front of the body, I need to find the center stitch. Mark off the center stitch using a different color stitch marker. The lace pattern uses 9 stitches, so mark off 4 stitches on either side of the center stitch marker. Now that you've marked off the stitches and have 9 stitches in between the stitch markers, you can remove the center stitch marker as it is no longer needed. Round 1 of the yoke, I've chained 3 and I've double crocheted to my first stitch marker. At my first stitch marker, I've double crocheted and replaced the stitch marker. I've worked double crochet to my next stitch marker, where again I've replaced the stitch marker. I've worked double crochets to the stitch marker of a different color. This is for our lace pattern. So I'll work a double crochet and 1 into the stitch marker. So the pattern is as follows: chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next stitch marker, Continue with double crochets all the way around. Just remember to replace the stitch marker into the new stitch. At the end of the round, slip stitch into your chain 3. I've completed round 2 of the yoke. I've double crocheted all the way around. At the 4 stitch markers that separate the body from the sleeves, I've worked a double crochet and I've replaced the stitch markers. At the lace pattern, I've worked double crochets for every double crochet of the previous round and a double crochet at the chain 1s. Round 3 of the yoke, I've chained 3 and worked double crochets to my first stitch marker. At my first stitch marker, I will work 3 double crochets into the 1 stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3. Replace the stitch marker into the center stitch of the 3 double crochets. Work 3 double crochets into 1 stitch at all 4 stitch markers for the next 5 rounds. Remember to replace the stitch marker into the middle stitch of the 3 double crochets. Round 3 of the yoke, I'm at the lace pattern. Remove the stitch marker. Work a double crochet into that stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and work 3 double crochets into 1 stitch. 1, 2, 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work a double crochet into the stitch marked with a stitch marker. Continue your double crochets to the next stitch marker, which denotes the separation of our sleeves and body, where you would work 3 double crochets into that stitch. Remember to replace the stitch marker into the middle stitch. Again, at the 4th stitch marker, do the same and end the round with a slip stitch. I've completed rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7 of the yoke. Remember that at the stitch markers, I worked 3 double crochets and I replaced the stitch marker into the middle of the 3 double crochets. At the lace pattern, round 4, I double crocheted into the stitch marker, chain 3, single crocheted into the loop, chain 3, single crochet into the next loop, chain 3, work a double crochet into the stitch marker. Round 5, double crochet into the stitch marker, chain 1, then it's 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the center loop of the previous round, chain 1, work a double crochet into the stitch marker. Round 6, double crochet into the stitch marker, chain 2, work 3 double crochets into the chain 2 of the previous round, chain 2, and double crochet into the stitch marker. Round 7, I've worked double crochets all the way around. At the lace pattern, I worked a double crochet into every double crochet, and I've worked 2 double crochets into the chain 2s of the previous round. Moving on to the body, round 1, chain 3, work double crochets to the first stitch marker, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch marker to join the back body to the front body. Continue working double crochets to your lace pattern. At the lace pattern, double crochet into the stitch marker, chain 1, skip 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 double crochet. Follow the pattern to the next stitch marker where you would work another double crochet. Continue double crochets to the next stitch marker. Here I'll show you how to do a chain 1 and join the front piece to the back piece. So that's a double crochet into the stitch marker, chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch marker. Continue with working double crochets to end the round. It should look like this. Round 2 of the body, I've chained 3 and I've double crocheted to the joining of the front piece and the back piece. So here I'll work double crochets. I'll work a double crochet into the chain as well, the chain 1. It should look like this. So continue working double crochets to the lace pattern. At the lace pattern, continue double crochets. So for every double crochet, you would work a double crochet, and at the chain once, you would work a double crochet. Continue with double crochets to the other end of the sleeve where you would work double crochets into the chain 1 as well. Continue with your double crochets to end the round. I've now completed rounds 3 to 15 of the body. Continue working double crochets and follow the pattern as was done previously, completing 3 blocks of the lace pattern. Take note, when the piece measures 2 centimeters from the separation, decrease by 6 stitches in that round. To complete the body, work 3 rounds of front post double crochet and back post double crochet. Cut off the yarn using a tapestry needle, weave in the ends. Cut off the excess yarn. Moving on to the sleeve, attach the yarn to the underside of the armhole. Like so. Pick up a loop, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work double crochets all the way around. Continue working double crochets for the sleeve at rounds 9, 13, 17, 21, and 25. Work 2 decreases in each of those rounds. Moving on to the sleeve ribbing, chain 3, work front post double crochet, alternating with a back post double crochet. So that's a front post, and a back post. Complete 3 rounds of front post double crochet and back post double crochet. I've completed 3 rounds of front post double crochet and back post double crochet. Cut off the yarn and weave in the ends.